Hello everyone, welcome to What's Missing. Today we're talking about President Joe Biden and his recent cancellation of Donald Trump's attempt to lower the price of insulin. See, back in October, Trump issued a rule forcing insulin prices to match those of other developed countries. The US has a long history of overpricing its pharmaceutical products, and this rule seemed to be Trump's attempt to make insulin more affordable. Recently, though, Biden decided to cancel this lower insulin price, which earned him a lot of well-deserved hate among conservative media outlets. I mean, how tone-deaf do you have to be to make Americans pay more for insulin when they're already short on cash because of the pandemic? I mean, how stupid do you have to be? Well, it turns out that there is a little bit of nuance to this story. For one, Biden did not just sit down and decide, hey, let's raise the price of insulin. What really happened is he sent out a memorandum back in January which froze all the rules Trump had recently passed. So this wasn't a targeted attack on people buying insulin. It was an attempt to stop all of Trump's rulings so a Biden delegate can at least take a look before accepting or denying them. All rules that have not gone into effect yet will be kept on hold for 60 days so Biden's team can look through them all. Now, maybe I'm just being optimistic, but the fact Biden's team has to look over this decision, it does give me hope that it'll get passed again. I seriously doubt Biden would intentionally raise the price of insulin right after Trump lowered it. It just seems like a bad choice optics-wise. Now, there are conservative media outlets saying, of course Biden lowered the insulin price. He's in the pocket of Big Pharma, especially the insulin producer Eli Lilly, which according to SWF Institute refused to donate to Trump's campaign. Well, when I looked into it, it turns out that Eli Lilly did donate to Donald Trump, about $25,000. They did give more money to Biden, over $100,000, but still, it seems odd to me that SWF Institute would rather lie about this fact rather than admit that Trump received money too. Eli Lilly also donated more money to the Republican Party than to the Democrats, about $75,000 more. So, to me, the idea that the Democrats are controlled by Big Pharma and the Republicans aren't? It's a totally bogus claim. To make matters even more confusing, Eli Lilly has actually been lobbying in support of lowering drug prices for the last several years, through bills like the Prescription Drug Pricing Reduction Act of 2017. The big insulin companies, like Novo and Eli Lilly, have been coming under fire for their overpriced insulin for many years now, which seems to be forcing the companies into a position where it's better for them financially to be in support of drug price reform. It just looks better to their consumers. Again, this contradicts the whole idea that Biden canceled Trump's lower insulin price because of Eli Lilly, because as we've seen over the past several years, Big Pharma has actually been in support of lower drug prices, at least in the case of insulin producer Eli Lilly. Now, if Biden refuses to pass Trump's lowered insulin price rule, which we would know for sure in about 2 months since 60 days is Biden's limit to accept or deny the ruling, then yeah, we'll know for sure whether Biden stands by lowered prices or not. Until then, let's pay attention to the news. I'm all for criticizing Biden, but jumping the gun and lying about him just makes us all look stupid. Well, that'll be it for today. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, and be sure to let me know in the comments if you have any information or topics I need to look into, especially if they challenge my position. This is What's Missing. Have a nice day.